Today I invite you on an exciting journey to abundance and wealth. Have you ever wondered how to open financial pathways that transform your life? This video goes far beyond numbers, bills, or bank accounts. Opening financial opportunities is a journey that begins deep within ourselves. Imagine that each of us has a key inside, a key that can unlock abundance and prosperity. Why do so many people find themselves stuck in the same rut of difficulties and stumbling blocks when trying to transform their financial situation? The answer is intriguing. The road to success is often filled with potholes that breed frustration and disappointment. Look around you. Someone strives, tries, and takes one step after another, but the result doesn't always come as expected. It's easy to fall into the trap of disappointment and tell yourself that it's not working, that this isn't for you, or that it's all nonsense. Maybe you've heard it in your mind or noticed it in those around you. But here's the kicker. By adopting this mindset, you're not only holding yourself back, you're blocking yourself, closing the doors to financial opportunities that could be right in front of you. Imagine that opportunities are paths stretching out before us. If you start to hesitate and refuse to move forward, you will inevitably be building walls of resistance for yourself. To some, these barriers may seem gigantic, while to others they are simply bumps in the road. In either case, if you don't break down those barriers, if you don't act with persistence and determination, those roads are closed. But all is not lost. All those barriers can be removed. It is not an irreversible process, and, most importantly, you can learn how to do it. Today we'll explore how to break down those internal barriers that keep us stuck, and how to open those financial pathways to transform our lives. The amazing thing is that all of this is simpler than it seems. It all starts with small steps and simple actions that, at first glance, may seem trivial, but have transformative power in our personal development. Stay with us to the end and discover how you can start unlocking your path to abundance and financial success. Before we begin, I invite you to write this affirmation in the comments. I open my mind and heart to new financial opportunities. This helps align your energy with abundance and prepare you to receive what you deserve. By affirming your openness to new financial opportunities, you are not only declaring your intentions to the universe, but you are also reprogramming your subconscious to recognize and attract those opportunities. Now let's get started. There's a practice I want to tell you about. A simple but incredibly effective practice. Often the simplest things turn out to be the most powerful in our spiritual path. This practice is related to the fact that each of us has our own habits and rituals in daily life. For example, each person has his own favorite cup in which he enjoys drinking his tea or coffee in the morning. I, for example, have one like that. It is not only comfortable or pretty, but it also carries a symbol of my intention and is charged with my energy. Every time I use it, perhaps without realizing it, I tune into something positive and nourishing. This simple thing can be used as a powerful tool to change our internal configurations and open financial pathways. Imagine you are washing your cup. Normally, we rinse them quickly, almost automatically, and then go about our daily business. But if you connect with this process consciously, that daily action can become a powerful ritual of transformation. Try doing it this way. When you wash your cup, add some salt crystals that symbolize purification and elimination of the negative. While doing this action, allow your mind to focus on cleansing not only the dishes, but also your financial sphere and all those blockages that hinder your progress. As you wash the cup with salt, imagine that you are cleaning not only the dishes, but also your financial sphere and all your affairs. Visualize how the water washes away all the debts, problems, and failures that have been tying you down. You can say, I wash the dishes, attract abundance, and, together with the salt, get rid of the debts and problems that are limiting me. Repeat this several times as you wash your cup, allowing each word to resonate within you. It is essential that you do this consciously, with full involvement and presence in the process. It is not a matter of performing these actions mechanically, but of fully living that moment with mindfulness. In this way, you will begin to change your internal configurations, creating a new pattern of behavior and perception that will allow you to open those financial paths that seemed closed before. This ritual only takes a few minutes, but if you do it regularly, you will notice a significant change in your attitude towards money, your financial affairs, and your business activity. The point here is not just what you physically say or do, but how it affects your subconscious and your deeper configurations. This ritual is not magic. It is a deep work with the energy and the inner world that dwells within us. When you treat with love and attention even actions as simple as washing a cup, you transfer that attention and care to other areas of your life. Over time, you will find that your financial problems begin to resolve more easily and new opportunities arise, all because you have changed your internal state. Remember that these rituals or practices require time and effort on a regular basis. No ritual is a substitute for hard work and the investment of time and effort in real, concrete actions. However, internal configurations are the foundation upon which our success is built. If in your mind there are constant blocks and fears, if you do not believe in the possibility of positive changes, no matter how hard you try in the external world, the result will be minimal. You can create your own similar rituals, which tune you to the right energy and help you feel more confident and open to new opportunities. The important thing is awareness and regularity. Try to turn everyday actions into meaningful rituals that can change your life. We are often unaware of how small things and the simplest gestures affect us profoundly. However, it is precisely from these small actions that our life is shaped. Learning to fill them with meaning and attention will make everything around us begin to change in a remarkable way. Financial paths, business successes, and new opportunities become accessible if we first open them within ourselves. I am convinced that each of you is fully capable of doing so. Financial paths are open to everyone, and the main thing is not to be afraid to take steps forward in your quest. Of course, difficulties may arise and there may be failures along the way. But if you are persistent and work on your inner configurations, you will undoubtedly achieve the success you long for. So we have already talked about a simple but powerful practice involving the use of the cup, a ritual that helps to change internal configurations and open financial paths. Now I want to tell you about another practice related to our daily lives, but which focuses on an even deeper work with our consciousness and energy. Often financial opportunities are blocked not only by inner fears or negative beliefs, but also by our relationship with ourselves, with the world around us, and with money. This is where how we perceive wealth, abundance, and our position within this constant flow plays a key role. If the idea has settled within us that money is something difficult to achieve, that we do not deserve success, or that it only comes through hard work and suffering, all of this leaves a huge imprint on our financial situation and our life experience. The next practice I want to talk about will help you change your perception of money and abundance. tuning your consciousness with more positive and productive vibrations. It is the practice of gratitude for money and abundance, something simple and accessible to everyone. The essence of this practice is to consciously connect with a wave of gratitude for the financial assets that already exist in your life. It may seem trivial, but gratitude is incredibly powerful. Every night before you go to sleep, spend a few minutes remembering everything you can be grateful for in the financial realm. It doesn't matter if it's something small, like being able to buy a coffee or a new notebook. The important thing is that money is present in your life, and you can use it constructively. Take a few deep breaths, close your eyes, and begin to be mentally grateful for everything you have right now. This practice will help you shift your focus from scarcity to abundance and allow your consciousness to align with the prosperity that surrounds you. When we make gratitude a daily habit, we begin to reprogram our mind to see and recognize the abundance that already exists in our lives. Thus, from the Buddhist perspective, we cultivate an attitude of appreciation and generosity that improves our relationship with money and connects us with the richness of life itself. Of appreciation and generosity that improves our relationship with money and connects us with the richness of life itself. When we constantly think about what we don't have, we actually attract even more scarcity into our lives. But when we practice gratitude for what we already have, we open ourselves to new and wonderful opportunities. It's like sending an energetic signal to the universe that you are ready to receive more abundance. However, there is another important aspect of this practice that we should not overlook. When you express your gratitude, try not only to speak or think about it, but also to feel that gratitude deeply in every corner of your being. It should be an authentic and deep feeling that embraces you inside, not just formal words that are spoken without emotion. Many who have tried this practice report that their financial situation began to change almost immediately. And this is not a miracle, but a real work with the energy of life. Gratitude helps to break those blocks and negative beliefs that keep us stuck in patterns of scarcity. After all, how often do we obsess over problems, the feeling that we lack money, or the belief that something is not working in our lives? But as soon as we begin to notice even the smallest manifestations of abundance around us, we begin to attract more and more. There is an additional point that is of utmost importance. When you give thanks, do it not only for what you already have, but also for what will come into your life. For example, you can say, "I am grateful for the financial opportunities that are already on their way to me," or, "I am grateful for the income I will soon receive." This way of anticipating success further activates positive changes in your life, aligning your energy with what you wish to manifest. Try this practice every day, at least for a week, and you will notice how your perception of finances will begin to change. Instead of focusing on scarcity and difficulties, you will begin to observe how money comes into your life more easily and freely. It may manifest as a small income, an unexpected bonus, a new project, or even a discount on a purchase. It is that state of inner abundance that you will begin to feel and cultivate more and more. Now, let's talk about how to combine both practices. Now that we have two powerful tools, the cup cleansing practice and the gratitude practice, it's essential to understand how they can be integrated for an even more transformative effect. First, both practices are intended to develop new configurations, new internal programs that relate to money and success. By working with the cup, you are clearing out your old negative and limiting beliefs, while at the same time, you are consolidating new positive thoughts and emotions through gratitude. Secondly, both practices are simple and do not require much time. Washing the cup takes literally a couple of minutes a day, as does devoting time to gratitude before bedtime. But their real power lies in the regularity and awareness with which you do them. If you incorporate them into your daily routine, it won't take long for the results to manifest in your life. For an even more significant effect, you can perform these practices simultaneously. For example, while washing your cup, you can not only cleanse the internal blockages, but you can also mentally give thanks for all the good that is in your life at that moment. Thus, in the process of physical cleansing, you also incorporate the emotion of gratitude, which will create an even more powerful energetic flow that will work in your favor. I hope these simple but effective practices will serve to open your heart and mind to the abundance that is already present in your life and to the new opportunities that are on their way. Remember that every small step counts, and that every act of gratitude is a step towards a fuller and more satisfying life. Now that we have explored how to open financial pathways in our lives through internal cleansing and gratitude practices, it is important to understand that these ideas are not new. In the Buddhist tradition, there are stories that reflect these principles and teach us how our mind and focus can shape our reality. Let me share with you the story of a young man named Rabbi. His journey is a powerful example of how changing our perspective can open doors to opportunities that once seemed unattainable. Through his experience, we discover that true abundance is not just about having money, but about cultivating a mindset of gratitude and openness to what we already have. In a small village at the foot of the mountains lived an old master named Ananda. He was known for his wisdom and for having lived a simple and peaceful life. Ananda spent his days teaching the villagers about the importance of detachment, gratitude, and meditation. However, there was a young man named Rabbi who, despite listening to the master's teachings, always felt trapped in scarcity and the struggle for money. Rabbi had grown up in a humble family and, from an early age, had learned that money was hard to come by. He often heard his father lament that he did not have enough money to provide for the family. This scarcity mentality had become deeply ingrained in him, and as he grew older, he realized that his life had become an endless cycle of unrewarding hard work. One day, while walking through the village, Rabbi saw a group of villagers gathered around the old teacher, Ananda. He approached, hoping to hear something that might help him change his situation. The teacher was talking about the importance of opening up to abundance and how gratitude can transform our lives. When we are grateful for what we have, we create space for more to come, Ananda was saying, as the villagers listened intently. Rabbi felt his words resonate in his heart, but doubt assailed him. How can I be grateful when I have nothing? He thought. That night, frustration kept him awake. He wanted to change his life, but he didn't know where to start. The next day, Rabbi decided to talk to Ananda. He approached the master and expressed his distress. "Master, I try so hard to earn money, but I always feel trapped in scarcity. I don't know how to open financial paths in my life." Ananda smiled with compassion and said, "Rabbi, come with me. I will show you something that can help you change your perception." He took him to his garden, where a beautiful lotus plant was growing. The master explained, "The lotus is born in the mud, but it blooms on the surface of the water. Although the circumstances may be difficult, you too can bloom." Rabbi was intrigued and asked, "How can I bloom like the lotus?" Ananda replied, You must begin by appreciating what you already have. Gratitude is the key. Start each day by being grateful for something, no matter how small. You will see how your perspective changes. Following the teacher's advice, Rabbi decided to start practicing gratitude every morning. When he woke up, he would sit quietly and think of something he could be grateful for. At first, it was difficult. He felt as if he was forcing gratitude, as his mind always wandered to what he was lacking. However, as the days passed, he began to notice little things. He was thankful for the sun shining into his room, for the food he had for breakfast, and even for the smile of an old man passing his way. Little by little, her heart began to fill with a warmth she had never experienced before. One day, while walking through the village, she came across a man selling delicious sweets. The man smiled at him and offered him one. At that moment, Rabbi remembered Ananda's teaching on gratitude. "I am grateful for this sweet," he thought as he enjoyed the taste. From that day on, he began to practice gratitude in all aspects of his life. Gradually, something changed in Rabbi, not only his attitude towards money, but his way of interacting with the world. People began to notice his change and approach him. One day, a merchant who had been hearing about Rabbi's new approached him and proposed a business deal. "I've seen how you've changed, Rabbi. I would like you to join me in this venture. I believe that together, we could achieve great things." Rabbi, surprised but excited, accepted the proposal. In time, his business began to flourish. Rabbi worked with passion, and every time he achieved a small success, he was sincerely grateful for it. Thus, his life was completely transformed. Rabbi continued to be thankful not only for what he had achieved, but also for what was yet to come. Years later, Rabbi decided to return to Master Ananda's garden to thank him for his guidance. When he arrived, he found the master sitting under the lotus, meditating peacefully. "Master, thank you for teaching me about gratitude. My life has changed in ways I never imagined. I learned that opening financial paths begins within oneself," Rabbi told him, his eyes shining with excitement. With excitement. Ananda smiled and replied, "The journey always begins within, Rabbi. Never underestimate the power of your mind and heart. When we work on our inner configurations and cultivate gratitude, we align ourselves with the abundance of the universe." Rabbi, now a wise man in his own life, decided to share what he had learned with others. He began to organize meetings in the village, where he taught people how to practice gratitude and release their inner blockages. Gradually, the community was transformed, and many prospered in their own lives. Over time, Rabbi became a teacher in turn, spreading the teaching that true success is not measured only by the amount of money you have, but by the quality of your life and the inner peace you experience. Just as the lotus blooms in water, he taught others to flourish in the midst of hardship, always remembering that abundance begins from within. And so, Rabbi's story became an inspiring example for future generations, reminding everyone that through gratitude and inner work, it is possible to open paths to prosperity and well-being. This story highlights that true success and prosperity starts from within, through the change of mindset and the practice of gratitude. I hope the practices we talk about today will significantly help you on your path to financial wellness and prosperity. Opening financial pathways is a journey that begins with small steps of awareness and compassion, but leads to big changes in our lives. If you like this video and want to know more useful practices and tips to transform your life in a positive way, leave us your like. Share this video with others who can benefit,